This is a nice audio for artists so they don't have to use those guilt-tripping ones anymore. Hey, I'm an artist and I made this and it's pretty freaking cool. And I know you're somebody who appreciates art because clearly you have good taste and I wind it up on your For You page.
I've been thinking about this Christian girl that used to make fun of me every day in middle school. I couldn't even walk to the bus without her throwing things at me. So naturally, around 2 in the morning, I went and got the biggest Sharpie I could find and walked over to her house, which was 4 doors down. And I wrote in huge letters on her garage door, "Satan loves you." I drew a bunch of pentagrams on the sidewalk, you know. Anyway, they cleaned that shit up fast. It wasn't even there the next day. Wonder where she is now. Hi, Stephanie. I know you're watching all my TikToks. And you've bought my keychains from my pagan website. I would not mind an apology, because you put me through hell for many years.
It looks like you only consume apples and coffee.
Yeah, that's right. Whoa.
But the price of an apple just went up.
Oh no. I can't pay that much for an apple.
The cost of coffee also went up.
Huh?
I said that coffee's price just doubled.
Yeah, but this house runs on love, laughter, and a little bit of coffee.
What if I said it's $20 a cup?
Do not speak to me before I've had my cup of coffee.
All of your savings are being drained because that coffee costs several $100s per cup.
Coffee doesn't ask silly questions. Coffee understands. I'm a Hufflepuff. Ideal weekend, comfy clothes, messy hair, whole lot of coffee, and a whole lot of coffee. Adulting. It's 5 o'clock a.m. somewhere. I live for me.
Terminate test subject.
Wow, we really have a product with inelastic demand. He's gonna pay anything for that cup of coffee. Oh, so we can just like increase the price no matter what? Yeah, but wouldn't that be unethical?
I hate when a friend is like, "Oh my god, you're gay. I have a gay friend. Y'all should go out." And then you have to say when and where because you're not dealing with the full deck and you kind of just take all the cards that are handed to you. You go to the restaurant. It's your ex-fiance, Beth. She cheated on you with a straight girl and she's been working out. She looks amazing, but your body looks like an inner tube filled with raw asparagus. She looks up and sees you for the first time in 2 years and stifles her vomit. You don't know what to do. You laugh it off and she gets up to leave. Classic Beth. Inconsiderate, flaky, and oh what, she finished half a bottle of Chardonnay, forcing you to pay for it with your Mickey Mouse credit card, which you slip to the waiter and they say, "What the fuck is this?" And you say, "What the fuck is what?" You work at Olive Garden and they say, "You know what, I just had a table of 14 that didn't tip. I will not hesitate to shoot you with a gun." And you say, "Buddy, I'm already dead."
Breakfast is the most important meal of the day. Need an idea? Let's make pumpkin pie overnight oats. To a mason jar, you're going to add rolled oats, pumpkin puree, coconut milk, chia seeds, ground cinnamon, ground nutmeg, maple syrup, and vanilla. Stir it up, add toppings, enjoy!
So I've got another switch that came in here with no power. I get nothing when I hit the power button, and when I plug in a charger, it's only drawing 0.10 amps. It should be a lot higher than that. When I zoom into this main charging chip, I can see a burn mark on the corner here. If you look at what that corner of the chip does, we have ground and we have our main output. So what's likely happening here is that the chip fried and now it's bridging these together inside the chip. And that's a problem. First, I'm going to take the board out of the console. What I'm going to do now is use my hot air rework station to remove the chip. Okay, after the solder melts, I just pick the chip up. I'm going to clean off the old lead-free solder and add some fresh leaded solder. I'm going to put the new chip in place, and you should see the chip just kind of like align itself and fall into place. Let's reconnect the battery, power it on. Looks good. Works.
When's the last time you stretched your feet? Have one block nearby. You'll start standing on your knees, tuck your toes, and then bring your hips to your heels to stretch your toes. You can also place a block underneath your hips for less pressure.
Hey guys, this is my brother Clay, and he's on his journey to find love.
Gilbert.
I can't hear you. Mask off.
Sorry. Welcome to Gilbert.
Okay, this is really good lighting. Just stand like...
Hi, my name is Clay. I'm 27 years old.
What do you do for work?
Between jobs right now?
Yeah. Okay, we'll start there.
I like anime. I like video games.
Any sports?
I like sports.
What are you looking for in a future partner?
I'm looking for courage, bravery, strength, agility.
Why don't you think any of your past relationships have worked?
Yeah, that's a great question. I've thought about that many times. I don't really know. If I knew, then I wouldn't have relationship issues. So, no, that was bad. I shouldn't have said issues. I don't know if I even know what love is, but I'm hoping that I can find it. Mom! Child lock!
Had a style, a satin skirt. Start with your favorite t-shirt, maybe a padded shoulder one, add some combat boots, and you're ready to go. Pair it with your leather jacket, some white sneakers, and you're out the door. When it's a little warmer, try a wide rim hat, your favorite tank top, and slide sandals. Pre-fall vibes, get out your favorite crew neck sweater, your sneakers, and you are ready to go. Make it cozy and flirty with some heels and a little off-the-shoulder knit sweater. For a great date night or girls night, you can pair it with your favorite crop top and neutral heels. Follow for more tips.
Expensive items found at thrift stores. Part 18. A New York family spent $3 on this seemingly ordinary ceramic bowl. They bought it only to display on their mantle. They began to wonder if it could possibly have some value, so they took it to Sotheby's auction house to have it appraised. It was there that they were told this was an ancient Chinese ceramic and could bring between $200,000 and $300,000 at auction. So it's probably safe to say that they were more than ecstatic when the ceramic bowl finally did sell at auction for $2.2 million. So once again, it just goes to show that you never know what you're going to find out there. So keep on thrifting.
Romantic comedy acting challenge. You're the blue line. Oh, hey, my name's Ben. I'm new here. What's your first and last name? Cool. Well, what's that you got there? A credit card? I've never seen one of those before. What are those numbers on the front? Sheesh. Now that's a lot of digits. I bet they couldn't fit any more on there if they tried. Okay, you win. There sure are a lot of numbers on there. I bet that thing would expire before we even finished reading them all. Well, sounds like we got plenty of time before then. Oh, but what I don't have plenty of time before is class. We got a pop quiz today over our 5-digit zip code. I can't seem to remember it. That's right. Thanks a million. I'll see you around. I hope.
Welcome to Jara's TikTok Thoughts. Retention! Do you know what it is? It's a critical metric when it comes to engagement. Retention is the percentage of video that is watched. The longer the video is watched, the more it will be pushed to more users. The more it's pushed to more users, the more chance it has to go viral. If you work on increasing your retention rate, I promise ya, your views will increase as well.
Hey yo, Cease, what up fam? It's your girl Winston, aka Winnie the Bitch, aka Brown Lightning. You know what would be nuts? If I brought my cat Ferguson as a date. Okay, now Saturday is a day for sleeping. And damn it, you will not take that away from me.
Worried about Schmidt, he's a Jew in the desert. I don't want him to wander.
Don't talk to me that much. Never lie to me and never, ever touch my puzzle. You got a really cool chin or you got some dope earlobes. I'm just gonna stay a little drunk forever.
I'm just feeling a little insecure about my body and the way it is connected to my face.
Water and leaves! Water and leaves! Like, slow down. We've been dating for 4 months already. I've seen one of your breasts. I know Word, and I can open a document, save it, save as, print preview. It's coming. As I live and breathe, raisin, puzzling, I am puzzling.
This is a bit of a video experiment. I am out to prove that you can say whatever you want with this sound, and it will sound like the most incredible thing in your life. I'm not actually going to be talking about anything. I have no awareness of what part of the song this is, but I promise you the sound will make your brain think that it is the most important thing that was ever said in the history of the universe. Your brain can be easily manipulated by music. And one day you'll walk around convinced that a lie somebody told you is completely true because your brain is so easily manipulated. And all the while, the music will continue in the background and you'll be convinced it's the most important thing in your life. There is no point to this TikTok. You have been distracted.
Pork cake? Pork cake. What are you doing with that pork? Oh, you know, just baking my cake. Eggs. A cup of sugar. The only type of dates I can get. These ones also end in pieces. Blackstrap molasses. Cinnamon, cloves, and nutmeg. Already looks like the Great Depression. This feels illegal. Finger the pork and batter. You've got the wrong man. Add flour. Thanks. You ever see a sewage pipe burst? Bake in a moderate oven. No need to get political. Don't tell Gordon Ramsay. Good. I need therapy. Oh boy. It tastes like a question mark. A good question mark. Bake this for someone, but don't tell them till afterward.
Hey everyone, I'm Jay from J Money DIY, and I'm going to show you how I take some Dollar Tree items and turn them into something super practical. So I'm going to get some rulers and these little crates. So now that I have 2 crates, I'm going to bind them together using wood glue, which I did find at Dollar Tree, but you can use whatever wood glue, and then I'm going to clamp them together till they dry. So once they're dry, I'm going to take the clamps off, and I'm going to create a little shelf using my ruler. Just go ahead and remove those strips. Now you're going to make your mark, you're going to cut it down, and don't throw out the rest of the ruler, we will be using this, and attach using the wood glue. Now you're going to flip this over, and with that little piece right there, just so that this slants, you're going to take the back of a picture frame. This picture frame is from Dollar Tree. I hot glued it to the back, then I hot glued the rest of my little ruler to that so that this can stand. Now check this out. Be sure to follow me here or on YouTube for more Dollar Tree DIY.
So a lot of children, when asked what the past tense of the verb go is, will say goed instead of went. And then you'll say, what a ridiculous mistake. Obviously the past tense of go is went, not goed. But why is that? This is a case of what's known as suppletion. Suppletion is just where you have a word that you want to change into a different grammatical category, like the past tense or the plural or something like that. And instead of changing it on that word, you actually grab that form from a different similar word. We get went from the past tense of the verb to wend, which means essentially what the word go means. Once you know about suppletion, you'll start seeing it everywhere. Like, for example, the word good has forms better and best instead of gooder and goodest. We actually get those better and best forms from the word boot, but not the kind of boot that you wear on your foot. This boot originally meant good or useful, and so if it was more boot, it became better. Don't mind the vowel change. The word boot to mean good pretty much has died out by now, but it's still seen in words like bootless, which means of no use.
If you haven't been following along, I'm trading AirPods up to an airplane. Since I've started, I've done 16 trades and had some really cool stuff, from MacBooks, motorcycles, even a Corvette. Right now I'm up to a Suzuki motorcycle, 4-wheeler, and Ford Taurus, all from that original pair of AirPods. After looking through offers for the Suzuki motorcycle, I ended up trading for this 32-foot motorhome. This thing is huge. It sleeps 6+ people, has a bathroom, a shower. My wife is super stoked. She's already planning a trip across the country, so I gotta get rid of this quick before we get too attached. Follow along to see what I trade for next.
Yes, hello. This is for anyone who is a winner of the 90s Nickelodeon game show Guts. I have a question for you. Please do at this and let me know. Do you still have the aggro crag? I hope to God you didn't sell it. Please tell me you didn't sell it. Did you take that to college? I'll also open this up to other Nickelodeon game show winners and contestants. So if you were on like Legends of the Hidden Temple or Double Dare or something, like, do you still have your prizes? I feel like they were always something stupid. It was like a yo-yo or a frisbee. Do you still have that frisbee? I also feel like they gave out a lot of like vacations to the Nickelodeon Hotel or something. Did you go there? How was that? And if you got through to the last part of Legends of the Hidden Temple, can you please let me know why was the monkey idol so hard to put together? It was 3 pieces. Good lord. So many youths on here are like, aggro crag? Monkey idol? What?
If you see this arcade game at an arcade, play it because you might be able to leave with 5 game consoles. A couple years ago, me and my friends were at a Dave & Buster's and we saw this spin and win arcade game. The light spins around and you have to click the stop button on the green light. That will win you the jackpot of tickets, which in this case was 1,000 every single time. The spot to win 1,000 is very small, so it's pretty difficult. Now, this machine does not actually have a payout rate. It is technically skill-based. However, it has something called a win window, which can be set by the operator of the machine to make the game harder or easier depending on the ticket value it gives out for the jackpot. The win window is basically a millisecond amount of time that you have to stop the light from spinning in the correct spot for the machine to register a jackpot. And this can be like sub 100 milliseconds. However, it was extremely easy, and we left that Dave & Buster's with 3 PS4s, an Xbox One, and a Nintendo Switch for like $400.
Small void. No, only cuddles and food. Head empty. No think. Elevator music behind eyes.
Billie Eilish and her producer, who's also her brother, released the full session file for their song Ocean Eyes, which means we can see exactly how they produced and mixed every layer of this track. I took a look at it and I want to show you what I think is particularly interesting. Firstly, there are tons and tons of vocal tracks. These are just the backgrounds, and what I think is particularly cool is none of them are panned to the center. This helps the lead vocal come to the front of the mix so that you can hear it most clearly. Next, I'm seeing pretty liberal uses of subtle automation. More specifically, when she's jumping into her lower register, there's often a volume bump up. Those ocean eyes. And lastly, there's a bunch of high frequency content that is pumped into these tracks, so which tells me that Phineas definitely thinks a lot about the air, the top end. He even sneaks it in on the master a good bit. And on the claps too. You really know how to make me cry when you give me those ocean eyes.
I remember being in church camp, and the guy, the youth pastor, made a big deal of, this is the first murder in the Bible. This is the root of murder, Cain and Abel. And then as I was walking back to my dorm room, probably to masturbate, I thought to myself, you know what? He's also the first person to die, which must have been a trip for Cain.
Whoa, wait, what?
Whoa, hey, Bo,
Dude. I hit him really hard, and now he's not getting up.
I just like, hey, Bo, get up.
I like hit him with a rock as a fucking goof. Like, what the fuck? I even said heads up when I did it. It was supposed to be like a thing.
Abraham, Abel's like stopped. Abel like stopped.
There's not even a word for it.
Is there a word for this? He just stopped. I broke him.
You know what?
I had an Abel, but I braked him. What happened?
I never thought about it, but it's like Edison, Einstein, Cain. He invented death.
Yeah.
That's pretty big.
If a murderer came here in the middle of the night, who do you think that they would kill first? You. Why me? Your room is the closest to the door. Okay, but hear me out. Like, what if our murderer isn't like other murderers? What? What if our murderer is a little quirky, a little different? Excuse me? I like to think that our murderer would go the extra mile to the back corner where your room is, you know, put a little TLC in it and like spice up the headlines. Be all the rage while letting out a little bit of rage.
My 20s was just a big 50-yard dash to the finish. I graduated college early, I went to law school, I got a job, I married my college sweetheart, we bought a house with a 2-car garage. I worried that if I stopped to think that I would never start again or that I would miss some sort of deadline. And while just the fear of disappointing my parents definitely pressured me, it was just this internal fear of being a failure that continued to press me forward without really thinking about what was ahead. Marrying the first man I ever loved, he was my first boyfriend, was sort of the same thing. I think I did it because I was really afraid of being alone. Life can be pretty forgiving, but if I could go back in time and give myself some advice, it'd be this. Think more about what brings you joy and less about what soothes your fear. And of course, the advice my mother gave me right before my first wedding, sometimes love isn't enough, Joanne.
So I just learned about this and it blew my mind. You see my dirty pan, so that's the product I used. You want to cover it very thick on every inch of the pan. And if you don't have dirty pans like this, I guess I'm just fucking gross. So you want to cover it every inch, super thick. You want to let this sit. Normally you want to wait until you see it turn brown like that. You can let it sit for 8 hours plus. I was too impatient and I wanted to wipe it off after about an hour. So I recovered it after this, but I just wanted to show you everything it takes off. This makes it look like a brand new pan. Where have I been? How did I not know this? Try it.
So I was scrolling through my For You page yesterday and I came across this guy, Sam the Sweaty Boy, who said that these super simple looking paintings were selling for hundreds of dollars, so he made his own and started the bidding at $250. Then today he said the highest bid was $13,000. Of course I thought he was lying, so I checked eBay. Turns out he was. The highest bid was $18,000. Needless to say, that was enough proof for me to get in my car and go to Michael's. I got the supplies, brought them back to my house, and started painting the canvas black and making a rig to hold the paint. I decided to do one of those pendulum paintings you see on the For You page all the time, and while it was swinging back and forth, I went on eBay and found something that looked like it belonged in Squidward's house, selling for $1,800, and another one selling for $400. Now, it almost sounds too good to be true, but I finished the painting anyways and posted it on eBay with a starting bid of $251. Wish me luck.
I recently received a package in the mail from Keycaps VN off of Reddit. I've been especially excited for this because not only does this have to do with keyboards, it also has to do with the greatest swordsman from the East Blue, Roanoa Zoro. I really need to give them credit. This packaging is honestly incredible. What was inside the package was 2 spacebars, but not just any spacebars. Spacebars holding 2 of Roanoa Zoro's swords, including the Wado Ichimonji, Zoro's first sword, and the one I plan on using for my spacebar first. The quality and detail of these spacebars honestly are amazing, and I'm super impressed with how they came out. They sound nice and match the rest of my board perfectly. All that's left to do is add on the Zoro cable bite, and the whole setup is complete.
Mini brands. I'm still on that elusive hunt for the soy sauce, whether it be any of these, this one, or even that one. Any of them will do. Let's see if it's in here. Also, I really wouldn't mind getting more shelves and carts and stuff for my mini mart, which I will be opening at some point again very soon, once I get like a desk or something, but I just don't have a desk right now. See, it's right here just waiting to be opened. And open up. I choose you, Charmander. Oh yes, I got a basket. Looking fabulous. Next one, more Axe spray. This one, some Asian barbecue rice sides. This one, I got a soy sauce. Here, look. And this one, some wet ones. I'm so happy. I have the soy sauce.
Okay, please everyone stay with me because it's time to talk about the Simon Cowell cinematic universe. As we all know, Simon Cowell is part of the Shrek universe because of the Far, Far Away Idol movie. So Shrek goes on the list. Simon Cowell is also a character in the new Scooby-Doo movie Scoob, which puts him part of the Scooby-Doo universe. Simon Cowell is also a part of whatever Bratz cartoon this is, so that puts the Bratz universe in the same universe as Shrek and Scooby-Doo. Now this is where it gets interesting. Because of the game DreamWorks Superstar Carts, we can now add Monsters vs. Aliens, How to Train Your Dragon, and Madagascar to the universe. We also know that Shrek attended the 2002 Oscars along with Mike and Sully and Jimmy Neutron, so we can add them both to the list. Jimmy Neutron crossed over with the Fairly Odd Parents, who crossed over with Danny Phantom, Tough Puppy, and whatever that is, so add them all to the list. Now let's talk about Scooby-Doo. Scooby-Doo has done a crossover with Urkel, Batman, Supernatural, and John Cena. Add them all to the list. John Cena also plays the dad in the Fred movies. So Fred, Batman, Mike Wazowski, Shrek, Danny Phantom, and Bratz all take place in the same universe because of Simon Cowell.
Hey yo, rich cat check. Meow 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 meow. I am spoiled kitty. I'm a kitty who takes everything for granted. I love you, doll. I'm sorry. Come here.
Hi there. People tell me it isn't fair to use the term cinnamon Hitler. Well, let me tell you why I use the term. Let's remember, dictators don't start out as dictators. They begin incrementally with authoritarianism, racism, ethnic myths, and dehumanizing language. Did you know that Trump's America First rally cry was the motto of Nazi-friendly Americans in the 1930s? Also, some of those very fine people who descended on Charlottesville screamed blood and soil. The same racist slogan as their counterparts did in Germany. His family separation policy is used as a deterrent for immigration. Guess who else deterred immigrants through inhumane ways? Only then, they weren't called detention centers, he called them camps. Both Hitler and Trump attacked the judiciary and rule of law, both degrade anyone who disagrees with them, both attack the media, both demonize their political opponents. Hitler attacked democracy by purging voter rolls and challenging the integrity of the electoral process itself. Not to mention, Trump just took a Nazi symbol, slapped the American flag over the swastika, and started selling it as merch. Oh, and here's the kicker. Neither Hitler or Trump were elected by the majority. Please, be on the right side of history while it so clearly repeats itself, and vote blue.
How is any millennial ever gonna own a home? How is any young person ever gonna own a home? It's maybe hate old people. I see a few of you in here tonight. I hate you. Because every old person in a city like LA or New York or London is the same. They're like, my house is worth $2 million, but when I bought it in 1981, I paid 11 raspberries for it. And every young person's like, I have 9 roommates! We each pay $11,000 a month. Although I missed the payment last month, he took a tow. I walk in a circle now. Every single one of us is a lawyer except for Ted. He's a dog with rabies, and we love to get him out, but his name is on the lease. And every single old person's like, I'm a librarian with a home at the beach. Go fuck yourself.
I'm supposed to be in class right now, but why would I even want to be in class if I could just draw, you know? Just like make some drawing, especially for you guys. You guys are super cool. So I'll make a portrait for you guys real quick. Let's see what this looks like. I'm not even looking at a reference. I'm just drawing whatever I feel like I want to draw. That's where the eyes go. This is called pan pastel. And this is like a palette knife, I think, with a foam tip. Here we go, now we're getting a face, right? You see it? You see it? Ooh. Details, details, details. Shh, I'm making a TikTok.
Okay, so I wanted to get this game on Xbox. It's called Insects. And it looks really nice, right? But the reviews! Traumatic, for adults only. I was thrown into a post-apocalyptic hellscape known as the Flower Garden. As a prisoner of war to the mantis... What? My wee-wee hurt. Huh? Resurrected Hitler? Lightning McQueen? I still have Lincoln logs stuck up my butt. I hadn't paid my taxes since 2001. Why? My wife and son left me because of this. Stimulate your senses. This made my butthole pucker. Huh?
Oh, hey. I didn't see you there. I was just about to eat this mushroom. Emily, what the fuck? You know that mushroom's poisonous, right? Oh my god, I totally forgot. Chlorophyllum moldy bites, also known by its common name, the vomiter. The mushroom's really common on lawns this time of year. You should know that. Yeah, I know. I just totally forgot. It's also toxic to dogs, so if you see it growing on your lawn, make sure your dog doesn't get to it, right? Yeah, definitely. And also, it won't kill you, just so you know. It'll just make you vomit profusely for several hours and wish you were dead. So, you'll probably be fine if you eat it, but you'll want to die. Also, remember to look out for remnants of a veil on top, as well as greenish gills and greenish spores on mature specimens. Don't eat this mushroom, you'll throw up for hours.
Hi, I'm the new lady detective. I got a chip on my shoulder from working as a lady detective. Man, not a lady cop. I can't take you seriously because of your juicy boobs. Well, I guess we're just gonna have to suck it up and work together. Well, good luck with that. We're totally gone cold on a serial killer. And, yeah, you can't solve this. Oh, really? Well, did you look into this fact? Because I think I just solved the case. But no way, give me those. Oh my god, you're totally right. Well, hopefully that'll be the last time you underestimate a lady cop. Yeah, you're definitely right. Do you want to, like, hook up now that we know each other? Well, now that you've broken down my icy exterior, I guess I could take off this trench coat. Yeah, now that I've broken down my bad boy exterior, I could also take off my trench coat. Oh, they were hams! It was.
By the way, you guys, I didn't even fucking tell you what happened yesterday. Cody and I were walking to the corner store, and a car started backing up, and like Cody kind of like grabbed me, and I was like, "What the fuck?" And then the car almost hit you. I looked at the car brand. Do you know what fucking car it was? It was a goddamn Tesla. I almost got hit with a Tesla yesterday, and Cody fucking stopped me. Why would he do that? A fucking Tesla. Oh my god, I would have just started rolling and convulsing on the floor. Oh my god. I'll never forgive the man. But also, why the fuck didn't the Tesla start beeping when it got so close to me? The motherfucker kept going. So, like, he didn't give a shit. Like, if Cody didn't pull me out of the way, I would have got hit. And he stopped me.
Sometimes you just gotta let people fucking live their dreams sometimes, you know?
I used to be addicted to video games like Stardew Valley and Harvest Moon and Animal Crossing, and I bought a house with all this land so I could just do it in real life. Let me show you what I've done. First off, the raised bed, basil, beans, cucumbers, tomatoes, all that kind of stuff. Next, I built some window boxes and I put flowers in them for curb appeal because it's hyper masculine, and don't let anyone tell you that it isn't. I got some herbs in this herb planter insect box for my ladybugs, ornamental peppers, lemon. All these are in grow bags. The property came with one of my favorite trees of all time, the loquat, but I had to prune it up a lot, and that's just the front yard. Apparently I have a cat that likes to go into my trash. I built a makeshift grow bag garden just so I had something up and running really quickly. This is my favorite huge bed. The property came with this old shed that I don't know what to do with, so I put some rain gutter gardens on here. And then I built a simple compost bin, has this cool little slatted functionality so I can start breaking down some material. There's a lot more to do, but it's only been a couple months, so I think I've leveled up just a bit. See you soon.